Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am Lou Mongello. You are my friend. Happy New Year. Happy 2018. Thank you for joining me on the first of hopefully a long, continuous year in 2018 of doing these shows every Wednesday night right here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. If you are watching live, thank you so much for being here and spending and sharing your time with me. If you're watching on the replay, hopefully you can join us every Wednesday. And again, please invite and share this with your friends as well. I want to thank everybody who has been in the box. Some new names, some familiar names: Brad Meltzer, Matt and Kelly, Shane. It's good to see you guys. I hope you had a good holiday and New Year. And I am just way too blind. I've tried desperately to do it. Cindy Mode Steppen, I know you are here. It is marathon weekend. Not a Lou Mongello kind of marathon where we sit down under a big comfy blanket, eat lots of snacks, and watch a Netflix marathon, but it is Walt Disney World marathon weekend. If you're here, not here in my house, like the room full of people I have downstairs getting ready to run tomorrow, but if you're here for marathon weekend, show me in the comments, and I will love to give you guys some love and see you on the course. I won't be out there tomorrow, but I will be there for the 10K, the half, and God help us and save us the full. And it's beginning to feel a lot like winter here in Florida. It is freezing. It was pouring rain today. It is going to be a chilly marathon weekend, but it's still one of my favorite times of year because everybody gets together. It is I think it's almost more about the community and the fun that you have than it is about the run. I mean, for some people it's about the running, but for me, it's just about going to eat after the running. So Jeff Grodzicki is awaiting the weather. It's a little chilly. It is a little chilly. Like it's Mary Wall. It's Florida cold. Like it was in the low 40s and raining this morning. So it was very, very chilly. Mark Thompson's going to miss it. Re-sign up for next year where hopefully it is hopefully warmer. Just ready and hurry up the time till I get to Walt Disney World. Stephanie says we might have ice on the roads. Yikes. Lynette Young, it doesn't even feel like Florida, and it's just in time for marathon weekend. I am not running. I am cheering 3 of the 4 days, which one could make an argument is sometimes more difficult. Because at least when you're running, you're generating heat, you're burning off some energy, so you're warm. When you're just standing out there for like 6 hours, woo, yeah, you can do it, you got this. It's a little nippy. It is a little nippy. So I'll make sure I've been carb loading, so I'm feeling good. Brian Walton, nice to see you. Kim Simpkins, Tim Begonia, Steve Conti, Stuart Sternberg, my friend, Mr. Countdown, every morning like clockwork. If I don't see it one morning, I get nervous. Like, is Stuart okay? If it starts to show up a little bit late. Elsa's been to New Orleans. She froze my fountain. Yikes. Although New Orleans, there's so many ways to warm up in New Orleans with all that good food. Is it 20,000? Is it 2013? 2010 marathon cold? I will let you know this weekend. But it's very, it's raw outside. It is very, very raw. So I feel bad for the runners. I really do. And the people who are out there cheering. So low for night is 32 in southern Mississippi, says John C. Jones. I saw somebody said it was like 7 degrees. It just went by too fast. There will be fewer sweaty hugs. Yeah, which is nice because it'll be nice that there will be less sweaty hugs. They had a low from Jersey on Saturday is -7. I'm sorry, 7 degrees. Yikes. Cheering on your husband, Matthew Collins. He is running with their friends, John and Kristen Earl. Let's see. Maybe I should have a hot cup of gumbo. Now you're speaking my language. Now you're talking about we were carb loading on pizza, but it's not good enough. So Kimberly Bouchard, it's pretty sunny in Seattle, warmer than anywhere seems to be warmer than Walt Disney World because it's cold today. But it doesn't matter because it's still a great time of year, and I hope you all had a wonderful holiday and a wonderful new year and are ready to hit 2018, hit the ground running, as it were. I am super excited for this year. I have a new set of goals up on the board, which I actually took down because I was afraid somebody downstairs was going to come up and take a picture for Becky. But a lot that I have planned, a lot that I am working on. One thing I want to remind you of and remind myself of is if you have not already joined the WDW Radio Box People community on Facebook, I would ask that you open up a new window right now and go ahead and go on and join the Box People group, because that's really where I want to have a lot of the conversations, not just about things that we talk about in episodes of the show, but the reason why I like the group over things like the Facebook pages is you really can direct and be part of the conversation. If you are a member of the WDW Radio group on Facebook, I'm actually going to close that in a week. So I'm going to ask you to sort of migrate over to the Box People page, and I'm going to plan to do a lot more things for and with you specifically on that page. So if you are a member of the Box People page, awesome. Thank you. Do me a favor, invite some of your friends to be part of the community as well. And if you're not, please go over and I will approve you right away. Safety Dave Filipkowski. That is a name I have not heard in a long, long time. He has been touring the world, really. He is I'm not sure if he's a dancer or a dance dad, one of the two. But I know you've been dude, we have to get together. Now that Dunkin' Donuts is open, we've got to get together for some Dunkin' Donuts one morning. Judy Richards is watching from Carina, Maine, and it's nice to see you as well. How do I start a diet when it's time for king cake and Mardi Gras? Very easily. You don't get the king cake and just keep eating Cajun Kringle. I had only 2 Cajun Kringles this year. I might need to get one more. Dave Rashoni, it is nice to see you from DJR Music. Always a pleasure seeing you. Where is Jimmy Kenny? I forgot to turn on my backlighting tonight. Look at you. I've been so distracted by so much that's going on downstairs. Well, it's not perfect, but it'll have to do for now. Here, we'll just sort of do this. Wait a minute. It is far from perfect. I just, I was scrambling, trying to get a lot done all at once. That'll have to do for now. So, do we have furnaces in Florida? We have heat. And the other night, actually, for New Year's Eve, I spent my New Year's Eve outside with my 2 kids and lit a fire in the fire pit and just sat out under the popcorn lights. And it was wonderful. I am not a go out on New Year's Eve kind of guy. So we have heat. We just don't have basements, which I would love and I miss, but it's actually probably better that I don't, because it would just be another place to put stuff. So, let's see. Amanda Walter says 291 days until I'm in Walt Disney World. Place your Aussie food orders. Amanda, I thank you, but I wouldn't even know what to order. So whatever you think I should eat, I will, because Lou Mongello. So, Father Christopher says, shouldn't some of you be in bed getting ready for a race or something? So Father Christopher, I have a house full of about 20 people from the WDW Radio running team downstairs. I think I got about 22 pizzas, something like that. I ordered way too many pizzas. So if you want some pizza, come on over. I ordered way too many pizzas, and as they get ready for the marathon tomorrow morning. So they'll likely be, tomorrow's the 5K, then the 10, then the half, and the full. So it's not too bad as yet. Why haven't we dressed up as Box People for the race? Zach Hudson, how have we not done that? Zach, I know you're going to be here and running John Hand. It is nice to see you as well. And I want to say some of those people, some of them cheering? No, I think I'm the only one from the people who are here who are cheering. But tonight, somebody asked me about presents I got for Christmas. I actually had an awesome present tonight, and one that I'm going to share with some members of the running team, of the WW running team cheer squad, as it were. So somebody came over, unfortunately couldn't stay tonight, and made up a whole, I don't know if you can actually see these. It actually says, Cheer Disney 0.0, every mile, every hug is magic. And then this WDW Radio logo on the bottom. We have mugs and we got flutes. So, and I want to thank Lisa Denoto Glassner, who is a member of the running team. She is a recent transplant, and actually you might know her from such recent podcasts as the 2007, oh man, I'm going to get this right one of these days, the 2017 year in review. So as a surprise, she brought over a bunch of these very cool mugs that she makes. She has an Etsy shop. I think it's called The Castle Runner. So you can go and check it out. And I linked it up in this week's show notes. So that was a really nice treat because I know that so many people who run really do appreciate the fact that we are out there cheering for them. And somebody said, well, you know, when do you leave? Like when the last WDW Radio runner is there, and we actually stay. I and a bunch of other people will stay until the very last runner passes by us. Usually, especially for so we do the 10K, the half, and the full, because I think the people at the back of the pack are the people that need the love and the cheers and the encouragement most. So I'm out there. Tomorrow is actually my favorite race to cheer because it's in front of the board. I'm sorry, not tomorrow. The 10K is my favorite race to cheer because it's out in front of the Boardwalk Bakery. So, Melissa Lawrence, how can you get one? If you're cheering with our team this weekend, I have to figure out a way to transport these because I don't know how to do it without them breaking. I think I'll probably just keep a bunch of them in my car. I'll figure something out. But I know Lisa can make custom ones with anything you want on it. So I don't have it's thecastlerun.com, I believe, is where you can find it. So just look in the show notes this week, and that's where it is. Cindy Motes, I've been so excited to cheer and hand out snacks on Sunday. You will get one of these, or you can have a mug if you prefer. I love having you out there helping to cheer with us, and we're going to need some hugs and body heat because it's going to be freezing this weekend. Julie Trandali says, yes, I agree. Everybody running needs encouragement. Julie Diley, you know what else we need too? We need snacks. Julie Diley is not only a, can I say world-renowned blogger and photographer, but she makes amazing food, and that's why I love hanging. I mean, I love hanging out with Julie anyway, but it's really because of the food. So, let's see. Did the Springs trifecta last week Morimoto, Art Smith Homecoming, and the Boathouse in 2 days. Plus, you could add in Flights of Passage. Rob De Leon, you won. You won New Year's because that is sort of the ideal trifecta right there. And the fact that you got in Flights of Passage, which was having 3+ hour waits, I applaud you. That is awesome. So. Linda Lammers, you'll be here for Dark Side Cheering. Do I think I'll have some? Yes, she made a ton of them, and I have a bunch. And if not, I'll buy more from her so we can hand these out or mail these out. I will have to figure out how to distribute these. So these are awesome. These were a really nice surprise for her to bring over tonight. So, let's see. Melody Vilt says, "Happy New Year, all. Good luck this weekend to the running team." Yeah, the cold weather. The cold never bothered them anyway, but it's going to be chilly. It is definitely going to be chilly. Nicole Naswold, when is the wine bar going to open up? I have been told spring, so I don't know exactly when or what spring means. I've been sort of watching the progress. They're about to close it in, so they'll start doing the interior sheetrocking and things like that soon, I assume. So a few more months, most probably. Let's see. Do I have any? Jessica Bowie says, "Do I have any Disney tattoos, Lou?" Not on my body. I do not. I am not a tattoo guy. So, Linda's gonna be cheering with the grandson. Let me see. Stephanie Moore, Sunday playoffs in Jacksonville. I know some of the people from the running and cheering team. I don't know if Tiffany's in here tonight. I know is not going to be there because she's going to be cheering her Jacksonville Jaguars on. Martin Shergold from the UK, Jesse McCullough, nice to see you as well. Dave Rashoni, I am actually going tomorrow, and I don't know if I'll be able to live broadcast or not. Tomorrow I'm going to eat at Maria and Enzo's, and I think I'm going to the Edison as well. So if so, I will do a live broadcast from there starting around 3 o'clock. Also, speaking of the marathon, I know it's like stupid o'clock in the morning, but I'm going to try and go live probably later in the morning for anybody who wants to catch some of the marathon and look for some of your family or friends or runners. Amanda Bonner, nice to see you as well. Jamie Williams, I did go to the Edison. I have seen it inside while they were finishing up construction. It's beautiful. I can't comment on the food because I have not tried it as yet, but I will certainly let you know as soon as I do. I want to give them a couple of weeks to sort of work out the kinks, get through some of the opening day, bugs that happened in the restaurant industry. So the pull quotes are great. They work better on the right side of the screen so they do not get our chat overlaid on them. So let's see if I can do that. Let's see. Any hint on any top 10s coming up this year? Yes, I will hint you that the next top 10 is hopefully going to be next week. It's going to be the top 10 things we're looking forward to in 2018. I think there's a lot to look forward to. We hinted to some of those things on this week's show, which, by the way, if you haven't already, I would love for you guys to do me a favor and share. Oh, man, I'm still going to get this right one of these. If you can share out a link to this episode with some of your friends, maybe who aren't listeners to the show, that'd be great. So, Aaron Disner told, did I see Jumanji? I did. I saw Jumanji. I took my son and his friend, and I loved it. It was, look, it's, is it War and Peace? Is it The Godfather? Is it Shawshank Redemption? No, but is it a fun, funny, just laugh? Absolutely. And I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. Joe St. Vincent, the Edison is part of the old Adventurers Club building. That, along with Maria and Enzo's the Hideaway and Pizza Ponte, are all part of that now expanded complex. And wait until you see the Edison is awesome. Wait until you see the inside of Maria and Enzo's. The view from there is spectacular. It is absolutely spectacular. So, did I retire Disney in a minute? No, Jason. So I have a couple of them still in the queue. There's a couple more that I'm going to try and record in the next few weeks. It's just been crazy, just in terms of my time getting into the parks. And like I mentioned on this week's show, I'm afraid to post my poutine video because every time I post a video of food, it goes away. So, but I have to do it. I'm going to post my poutine video because I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So, Aaron says he is excited for Toy Story Land and Avengers Infinity War. I think I'm more excited for Infinity War than I am for the Avengers. I'm sorry, than I am for Toy Story Land. Sorry, strike that, reverse it. Darlene Nagy, have I tried any good pizza that is new in Disney Springs? So I'm a huge fan of Blaze Pizza. I was talking with somebody before about that, especially as a local. It is one of it's one of the places I like to go to get pizza again, coming from the Northeast. It's made fresh. It's custom to order. I think it's a great value. It's like $9 for a personal pizza. I think I see Joe Shook. Like, I went to high school with Joseph Shook, like that Joe Shook. And I have not tried the pizza at Pizza Ponte yet, so I cannot speak to how good it is. But they do import the water, and I also believe they import the flour. So hopefully it's as good as they say it's going to be. So. If you curse the poutine, I am hunting you down in October. Amanda, it's why I've been hesitant to do it, but I certainly am going to do it. Julie Dolly loves Blaze Pizza as well. We'll have to do that, Julie, one of these days. One of the times we get together to meet and eat, because that's what we do. I really need to travel to Quebec for real poutine. Heather Brown Rowan, that's what I hear. That's the rumor on the street. Hey, keep it down downstairs. They're playing some sort of card game, and it's chaos down there. Nicole Nastwold is eating for the Boathouse on the first time on the 12th. Tell them Lou sent you. Like, seriously, tell them Lou sent you. You know my affinity for the Boathouse. So, Courtney says, Lou, thank you for such a positive group, because I started listening on top of yours to another one, and they are so dang negative. Listen, Courtney, I thank you, first of all, for listening and for saying that. Look, I do a positive show for two reasons. One, because I think that we want to talk about the things that make us happy about going to Disney. And two, it's who I am. I always sort of will find the bright spot, the silver lining. So you don't want to hear me complaining, because, number one, it's not who I am. And you want to talk about the things that, that we enjoy about Disney. It's meant to be an escape. So I appreciate it. Let's see. Have I ever eaten at Morimoto Asia? Robin, I have eaten many times at Morimoto Asia. And if it wasn't for the Boathouse, Morimoto Asia would be fighting for the top spot in my favorite place to eat in Disney Springs, and is among, and I'm going to have to do my top 10 places. Maybe that's what I need to do. Just a top 10, my personal top 10 favorite places to eat in Walt Disney World, because that'll be up there. So, so it looks like Julie agrees with you about the poutine. What about the pizza place at Crossroads? That one is great. That's Flippers. I believe you're talking about Flippers Pizza. It's technically off property, but not far away from Disney Springs. Ripped cheeseburger spring rolls. We won't forget you. I know. Tim Moore, I miss those cheeseburgers. It was like they took a Big Mac and shrunk it down to like an egg roll size and then fried it and what else is better than a fried Big Mac? Because a Big Mac on its own isn't just amazing as it is. Marla Chan, who I love and who loves my love of food, says we need a Peking duck meetup at Morimoto. Marla Chan, I think we could make that happen. Maybe what I'll do is I'll invite or somehow figure out a way to bring a few members of the nation. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to do something for the nation where I'll give away. Wait a minute. I just had an idea. Wait a minute. You just gave me an idea for something that I can do for certain levels of the WDW Radio Nation, and which, by the way, I have to. Oh, did I not put my nation logo up there somewhere? I guess not. Well, to all the members who are a part of the WDW Radio Nation, thank you once again. I'll have to find the logo so I can put it up. And if you want to find out not only how to help support the show, but be part of it, because we do a lot of cool stuff specifically for the nation, you can go to wdwradio.com/support. And also don't forget that a portion of the proceeds of everything that you contribute to the nation does in fact go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation of America. There you go. Let's knock that in there. I'm testing some new software, which I absolutely love. So, Aaron says, Tony's Town Square is in your top 10 places to eat. Many people don't like it, but it's my personal favorite. Must eat every trip. If you had to say, so here's a question for you. What is your number one place to eat in Walt Disney World? I don't care if it's quick service, in the parks, out of the parks. Where is your favorite place to eat in Walt Disney World? Father Christopher loves being a member of the Radio Nation. I love having you as a member of the W Radio Nation. Courtney, yeah, the new chat comments on the bottom are new. Amanda says, Nation represent. I love it. Top 10 places in Walt Disney World you'd love to see covered with snow. Other than Everest, I can't think of probably anywhere. So let's see what we got here. We've got California Grill. I dig it. Excuse me, Jim Rohosky, Ohana. I like that as well. Ingrid Ray says Boma. Hands down, not even a question. Stephen Conti says Coco. I don't even know what Coco is. Liberty Tree Tavern. Boma. Cape May Cafe. It says Dave. Say hi to the rest of the Brookovers for me. Sanaa. Eileen Barton. Oh, the Sanaa bread service. How I love you so. Stan Solo can make a cheeseburger egg roll. Interesting. Linda Diachi, which I think you might be. Lisa. I don't recognize your name. So if this is your first time watching, welcome. I agree with you about California Grill. Victorian Alberts. Steve Garrett. You know the way to my heart, brother, is certainly to the Boathouse. Oh, Mark Thompson. Aunt Polly's Dockside Inn. Too soon, my friend. Too soon. Aunt Polly, how I loved you so. Melanie Jones with Shula's. That's a winner right there. I will say I'm going to do a review of Shula's this year. I got to put that down too. Shula's. Shula's is the best steak on property, and I will prove it when I do a live review there. Colin Kendall, Homecoming is a must for us. Listen, I could, like Boathouse, I could do Homecoming. You get the fried green tomatoes, you get the deviled eggs, you get the fried chicken sandwich, and then you get the hummingbird or the pecan pie at the end. Awesome sauce. Earl Sandwich, Carly Olson, you can't beat that. Brown Derby, Susie Q. Strother. I also like the Brown Derby Lounge outside. You get a little Cobb salad, which I used to think was healthy. Don't spoil it for me. I still want to believe that it's healthy. Rob De Leon, Boathouse or Morimoto. I'm with you. Andrew Milan says number one is Yachtsman Steakhouse. Another vote for California Grill. Boma just for the soup, says Michelle Chinny. Heather Brown Rowan says Ohana, yum yum. Sanaa is great. Tiffin's, Sean Groundwater. I think Tiffin's is an unheralded star among dining options, especially in the parks. I think a lot of people don't think about fine dining in the parks, and that's exactly what you get with Tiffin's. Be Our Guest for dinner is Mary Wall's favorite. I'm sure you're not alone. Mandy B says T-Rex Cafe. What room, man, do you like to go in? You like to go in the fire and ice room? I like to sometimes go all in the front by the bar because it's got the big octopus with the moving tentacles. Polly Captain Cook's with the loaded nachos. I like Polly Captain Cook's. You go in the morning and you get the banana stuffed French toast, or at night they had a noodle dish that was really, really good the last time I was there. Lyndon Lammer says Brown Derby Lounge, easy for a single. I agree, very easy to walk up. We also get some counter service like Flame Tree Barbecue, Shepherd's Pie at Rose and Crown. God, I'm so hungry. California Grill is the best sushi I've ever had, said Brian Lewis. Interesting. I don't know if it's the best I've ever had. I've had a lot of sushi, obviously. Donald Nicholson says Magic Kingdom's Tony's, Epcot is Le Cellier. We got a lot. Jico is up there. A Yachtsman Steakhouse. Wolfgang Puck Express, also a hidden treasure because it's so far tucked in the way in the back. But they have an amazing spaghetti bolognese, which is my jam. So I dig that. Tusker House for breakfast. Heather Brown Rowan, I will put Tusker House breakfast up against Boma's breakfast any day. And you can also get easy early access into the parks. Emma McGill, because I know what your last name is, but California Grill or Yachtsman Spicy Quezon Roll. I'm with you. Maybe you're not having it now being, how are you feeling, by the way? I know you're expecting an addition to the family. Satuli Canteen, now your favorite. Amanda Walters, maybe arguably the best counter service restaurant, certainly in the parks. It is, it's up there. Sean Embry, Hoop-de-Doo review, stick it to the man. I eat more cornbread there than I think. Well, no, that's not true. The amount of cornbread and chicken that I eat at Hoop-de-Doo is obviously why I'm wearing dark colors tonight. Polite Pigs, just sides, and I'm happy. I dig the Brussels sprouts, the sweet potato tater tots. I am so stupid hungry right now. Steve Schussler, you tune in right after I talk about how much I love the Boathouse. And I sent you a text. I don't know if you got it. I know where you're away. I sent you a text, and I also sent it to Gene, which is somewhat time sensitive. So if you get a chance, please do me a favor and check it out, or I can resend it to you if need be. But I hope that you had an amazing holiday and New Year. I know you were enjoying the nice weather in south of the border. So hopefully you had a nice time with you and Sunny. What else? Isaiah Jarrett also loving Satuli Canteen. I'm going to crash that live review at Shula's. Julie Diley, we might be, we might be able to make that happen. We might be able to make that happen because you do love your food and you're very articulate in your description of it. Yeah, we'll have to, maybe we can get, there's a couple. Yeah. God, I'm so hungry right now. If Boathouse delivered or if I lived closer, I think I would be there every night though. Like, I think that would be the place that I could eat every single day because there's so many different things to eat there. The fried catfish at Homecoming is good. Tiffin's, Ohana Dinner, Satuli, Victoria and Albert's. I like, Amanda, how you snuck 4 when I asked for 1. That is a typical Lou Mongello move right there. So, hoping to go to Shula's the day we land. Dinner with the Joneses, Lou. Melanie Jones, you had me at dinner. And Shula's. So, Erica says, I used to love the ABC commissary when they had the menus themed to TV shows, but since they stopped doing it, it's be our guest. Yeah, Erica, I did a review of ABC commissary a couple of years ago. They had a really nice salmon salad there. They had some really wonderful entrees, and now it's become a little bit more pedestrian, for lack of a better word. And I think maybe because the studios just need some basic foods for people that do not want to be as adventurous as some of the other locations. But I do miss the old menu there as well. I need to go back to Tiffin's as well. Ashley, I am so hungry right now. You have absolutely no idea. I had 1 slice of pizza, and that did not cut it. Lynette, who I love young, brings things around by saying, does a Dole Whip count? Absolutely. And if you get a citrus swirl, it technically counts as breakfast because it's kind of like milk and orange juice mixed together like a delicious, like somewhat, I pretend that it's healthy mixture. So I'm with you. I think that absolutely counts. Angie Anderson says the curry pods and power bowls from Aviator. I think that you did you mean Satuli Canteen like in Pandora? Because I think that's where the curry pods and power bowls. Or maybe I'm missing something. Where are the curry pods and power bowls? Because I'm famished at this point. John Jones is about to gnaw his arm off. I'm with you. I might have to like go into my secret snack stash in my drawer here. California Grill Spicy Kazan or Boathouse Filet Oscar style. Oh my! Emma, I'm gonna pretend that you did that in your best George Takei voice, and you said, "Oh my." I think people don't realize that Boathouse is not just seafood. Arguably, some of the best steaks on property because of the whole Gibson thing going on there. So, Father Christopher, when he comes in March, he's going to try the Edison and Chico for the first time, doing the tea room for the first time. Father, that's what I love about Father Christopher. Like, this man knows how to enjoy a good meal. I've watched this man, like, not in a creepy way, eat on the cruise. I've seen you eat in Disney World. I've seen you at the Boathouse. So one of the things I love about you as well. Elizabeth Tabor says, table service is Tony's Town Square, and quick service is Pinocchio. Paul Clark misses the Dole Whip machine at Captain Cook's because you could make it as big as it would stand is as big as you could make it there, which is probably why they took it out. California Grill was the best sushi for me until I had sushi topped with a lobster tail in Hawaii. Amanda Catherine LaCicero, I love every single thing about that sentence, just so you know. Jimmy Kenny says, I can't believe how many of these restaurants I haven't eaten at yet. Jimmy Kenny, you got to fix that stat, my friend. Emma says, I'm looking forward to our first trip in May 18 with our little girl when she eventually arrives. 3 days overdue now. Yikes. Princess in the making. I can't wait to have my spicy Quezon roll and a margarita. Again, loving everything about that. She's having her first child. She's bringing her right to Disney, and she's going right for the food. We have to meet in person when you come here because we haven't as yet. So, Julie Donnelly says that, oh my gosh, that cornbread, they share the recipe and they make it all the time from Hoop-de-Doo. Hello. The mushroom gravy poutine, Jason Moore. Oh, and that's one of my videos from the Daily Poutine, and I haven't done it yet, just because I'm worried about it. Maybe I should do it now. Maybe I should just share my poutine video now. Do I have the finished version of it? Let's see if I can. No, I can, but I won't. Tim Moore tried all 9 sides at Polite Pig just for research purposes. You are a man after my own heart and stomach. John Jones, last time I ate at Ohana was awesome. Oh, Cindy Motsteppen, the lobster Cantonese, the Cantonese lobster at Blue Zoo is one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. Like, it is, it was the only thing that got me off the miso glazed Miro when I was at Blue Zoo, which I haven't been to in ages, by the way. Skipper Canteen is a must-do for Andrew Wertenen. Marcel Shinny says, I know it's not Walt Disney World, but that Peking duck we had in Beijing should be in the China Pavilion. That Peking duck, I have to try the Peking duck at Morimoto just to see how it compares to the Peking duck that we had in Beijing. Best prime rib sliders at Boathouse. Darlene Nagy from West Seneca, New York. That's what I had, was it last time I was there? 2 times ago when I was there. I don't know. They all sort of roll into one because I go so often. So, but they're delicious. They are delicious. So, John Hand says, I started a drinking game. Every time you say you're hungry, I take a shot. I no longer focus my eyes. I know. If I say that I'm starving, does it count? Is it the same thing? Probably. Martin Shergold, my friend from the United Kingdom, says, boy, I miss the Hamwich. That's why I love the Cozy Cones in Disneyland so much. So, let's see. Love the spices and bread at Sanaa. Kevin Shea, we did a live review of Sanaa a few months ago, and we did late night dining there, which is you go into the lounge and you get the bread service, and I think that's the play right there. I'm not going to say that I'm hungry again because I want to keep you sober, but Rita is saying that I'm thinking about my big milestone birthday in Boathouse in May. Is that the Roy's choice for a party group? Should I tell them Lou sent me? So Rita, it's absolutely the best choice. They have beautiful venues inside and outside. And if you have they actually have a room in the back if you need a specific party room. But when you book it, tell them Lou sent you and tell me before you go. And I promise you will not be disappointed. God, I love me Boathouse. Like, I can't get my own Lou sent me shirt because it's so weird and meta all at the same time. Donald says, having grown up around boats on Long Island, I love walking around the boathouse after dinner, checking out the multi-million-dollar boat collection. I agree, Donald, and I say all the time that the secret, the not so hidden secret about Boathouse is you can go there and sit outside on the dock or go to the dockside bar and have access to the full menu without a reservation. Let that sink in. Colin, I have not been to the new restaurant at Yacht and Beach Club. I want to give them a couple of weeks to work it out as well. And then we'll hit that for a live dining review. Emma, let me know when you're coming. I will try and make it coincide with the meet of the month. And if not, I promise you we will get together since you're coming all the way from your United Kingdom. The French fries at the Boathouse and the truffle fries at the Boathouse. I like both. I could get French fries with a side of truffle fries. That's how good they are. So John Hand had a great lobster roll at the Boathouse. Come closer. Scooch closer. I'm going to tell you a secret. When you go to the Boathouse, they have a lobster roll. It's sort of a New England style. It's made with the mayonnaise, but it's very light. Ask for the lobster roll. I think they call it Manhattan style. No mayo, just butter. Oh my God. In that buttery, crusty, toasty bread, sweet, succulent lobster just dripping with the right amount of butter. Oh my God. I'm going to the Boathouse. I'm starving. Steve Schussler, I'll meet you there. We'll get lobster rolls. Lou, do you want a slice of pizza from Mama Lena's in Woodbridge? Oh, the pizza in New Jersey. Boathouse has truffle fries. Let that sink in. Boathouse has truffle fries. I'm going to put that right there. Boathouse has truffle fries. So, let's see. Hoping to go to Disney for my birthday in February. My birthday happens to be the week of the Princess Half Marathon. That's good, Mandy. I'll be here celebrating. Don't run. But if your favorite foods were cursed by your love of boat, if your favorite foods were truly cursed, your love of Boathouse would transcend time and it would never have existed, causing a space-time rip and the universe to end. It only happens when I make videos of them, like Disney in a Minute videos. Seems to think it's it's like the kiss of death. So I'll try not to do that. My favorite lobster roll at your death row meal. That I don't know if that would make it to I already know what my death row meal is. But now I might make my death row meal be at the Boathouse. And then they could just put me on one of those boats and just sink me in the lake. I think that's the appropriate way for me to go. With a full belly from the Boathouse and just, that is the way that a lobster roll should be eaten. I agree with you, Karina. I think that sometimes the too much mayonnaise sort of takes away from the sweetness of the lobster. And they get lobster fresh like every day or every other day, and you don't want to taint that with any sort of, you don't need it. Like, you don't need it. Oh, when you get the big towers and you get the lobster claws and stuff in there and the lobster tails, you just eat it. You don't even dip it. Don't dip it in anything. You just eat it that way. Whew. I'm sweating. I'm so hungry. I need to come to Charleston and try duck fat fries. I need to come. Actually, somebody downstairs is from Charleston. I need to find like a speaking gig so I can go there and have a reason to come up and visit. So Donald Nicholson went on the Amphicar ride also, which is really nice, especially if you're celebrating something. That's a really nice way to cap off a meal or to have him sort of as like an appetizer before your meal. Do one of those. Ashley cannot wait to try all the food on the Dream. I know. Wait, speaking of the Dream, I can't wait to go to Alaska this summer on the newly reimagined Wonder. Tiana's Place is on there, and I was there for I did a sort of a day trip media preview. Not only was the food insanely good, but there's live music. They had a live jazz trio there. I had such a lovely afternoon. That's even more reason to go. And I will tell you that we still have some cabins for Alaska that are at day one pricing. And I had a nearly 2-hour long conversation with someone the other day, and there may be an additional surprise coming with Alaska. So if you're thinking about it, I would absolutely go to our friends over at Mousefan Travel. Go get yourself a free quote. See if it works for you, because I promise you that you will not be disappointed. I can assure you of that. So, hey, Keith, it is good to see you and all of your little emojis. Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. Karen Rizal says, Alaska, I cannot wait. Oh, my gosh, we are going to have so much fun. Ashley says, I wish we were going on the Alaska cruise. Come with us. We have so much fun. Father George says the cruise should be fun, and he should know because he's been to us. He's been to Alaska with us before. Angie Ennis says, I'm in Alaska. Let me know how to send a welcome box. Angie, where in Alaska are you? Melanie Jones just made another payment for Melanie Jones. The fun and the food we're going to have. And then you and I will go to the Cove Cafe. We'll talk a little business. We'll do a little sort of, post-momentum mentorship kind of stuff. And we'll do it while we eat. So there you go. Corey says the Alaska cruise was absolutely the best cruise. Phenomenal atmosphere and always something to do. Stuart says, I wish I could go on this cruise, but I can say that anyone going will absolutely love the Alaska cruise with Lou. If you think the Alaska cruise is fun by itself, doing it as a group makes it even better. So, Tacey Atkinson, I would love to see you in Alaska. Although I would love to see you back at Momentum this year. And for those of you who don't know, Momentum is a 2-day conference that I've done for the past 2 years. If you are an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, if you have an idea, you want to turn something that you love into something that you do, this is the event for you. It's in Walt Disney World. It's in the fall, usually early to mid-October. I will have some details and some updates, and it almost said something I shouldn't have said. I've been working on something else for Momentum. So if you go to LouMongello.com, you can find out more. I would love to help you be as happy as I am getting to do what I do. So you were at Soldotna, Alaska, 3 hours south of Anchorage, home of the King Salmon. You had me at King Salmon. I don't think we're going to be anywhere close to that. The Diocese of Juneau is trying to recruit. Look at Father George being he is being courted by dioceses all around. Listen, I'm sure it's beautiful up there, but Alaska, it's cold, like a lot. So, if I've been on an Alaska cruise before, would it still be fun, or would there still be new things to experience? Absolutely, Kristen, because a lot of things that we do collectively as a group, both on board and then at group excursions that we do. So we usually spend some time on board doing different types of events, contests, trivia games, presentations, sometimes live recordings. We also do excursions together as group. We have dining rotations together. We always have a couple of surprises in store. So the nice thing about traveling as a group is you can do as much or as little with the group as you like, but you know that there's always a familiar face, of a familiar group there that has something in common. You sort of always have the show and stuff like that in common. So let's see. When are we going to Tokyo? Jamie Williams. It's I'm meeting with Her Majesty this week, and Tokyo is one of the things we are talking about. So Kyle Loomis says, I plan on being at Momentum again. Highly recommended. Corey Moss says, what excursions we'll be doing while in Alaska? Corey, I'm going to announce those to our Alaska group in the next few days or so. We've been working with the tour operators and providers, because what we normally do is we will reserve a boat, a bus, a venue, whatever it is, specifically for our group, so you know that all the people who are going to be in that tour with you are still going to be part of the WDW Radio group is. Any new restaurants going to open in May in Springs asking for a friend. Wine Bar George should probably be open. I don't think that the new Spanish restaurant will be built as yet. So, hope we go on a cruise with you. Yes, Mary Wall, you have to come. And I agree with Martin and Emma that food is absolutely an attraction. Which is why I've been saying that Disney Springs is like the fifth gate. So, Steven Schmitz, I'm not enjoying it was cold and wet and bitter today. So Stephanie says they need to do a Tiana New Orleans dining experience. Tiana's Place of Port Orleans, Mardi Gras celebration, Gumbo, Poor Boys, and more. Stephanie Moore, that's what they do on the Wonder, which is, by the way, the ship that we're going to Alaska in. It is on the Wonder, and Tiana's Place replaced Carioca's. Was it Carioca's? Yes, it replaced Carioca's, and is exactly that. It's a New Orleans-themed restaurant, entertainment, and menu as well. So it is good stuff. Ashley Shull, this is my Spider-Man Tervis tumbler. I'm a Tervis tumbler collector. I love my Tervis tumbler, Tervi, whatever, and I'm obviously a huge Spider-Man fan. So this is definitely one of my favorite of my Tervises. Jimmy Kenny, I have not been to Paris yet, but we're going to change that in the next 18 months or so, and maybe even as a group. So stay tuned. So Her Majesty this evening got to her hotel and was able to make it over. So I was ready for her, so much so that I hid the whiteboard where I have all of my ideas and projects, and I just put a sticker note that said "nice try," and that was specifically for Her Majesty, because I knew that's exactly what she was going to try and do, was get a look at what I have been working on and planning and not telling her. So we're getting 8 to 12 inches of snow tomorrow. Yikes. Make sure to enjoy the warm cookies through room service when on Tracy R. Makes for an even more enjoyable encounter. Corey Moss, I like how you roll, brother. I like that idea a lot. When you go through and you're having warm cookies, maybe a hot cup of coffee or tea or hot chocolate, and you're just watching it because it's so close to the exterior of the boat, the ship, it's amazing. It is amazing. So Sean Groundwater says, I love the Spider-Man stuff. Makes me feel about all the pops I can't stop buying. So I have to thank, and I don't want to give his name away, but I have to thank JJ. You obviously know who you are. I never had a Funko Pop in my life. Thanks to him, I now have all those. And all the ones on the bottom, all the ones on the bottom and the ones in the middle are all Spider-Man, and they're all from him, and I'm super grateful to him for that. I love me some Spider-Man, and if you listen to this week's show, I talk all about just how much I love Spider-Man Homecoming this year. So, did I hide the Becky doll? No, there she is. She's just sort of sitting back, relaxing, and doing whatever she does. Let's see. Rob just booked a week at the Beach Club Villas in September. I love me some Beach Club. Beach Club is probably my favorite resort, with Wilderness Lodge being up there as well in terms of location and theming. So, Rebecca Lonsky, it is nice to see you. Thank you very much for joining us from whatever and wherever work is. Is it 8:22 already? Could I have to go? It's going to be a relatively early show tonight because so begins the early mornings for the marathon weekend stuff. Although I will tell you that if marathoning and running is not for you and you can't make it down here, if you go over to the WDW Radio Box People group and hopefully join, which I wish that you would, there's a conversation I started there. Because this year, I have been thinking about, I have been training for, and I think it's about time for our own Netflix marathon. That's really the only kind of marathon that I want to do, and really the only one where you don't have to worry about getting injured or training or anything. It's just about enjoying some flicks and some food, and that's really how I roll. So, sending you a text about tomorrow. Oh, I assume that you're coming to. Oh my gosh, we have to sit together and eat together. The puppet needs an adult beverage. Obviously, you've met Becky, so if I know Becky, I'm sure that's what she's doing right now. So Ashley's going to be here next weekend. Sorry you're going to miss the meat of the month. Do I have the meat of the month logo here? Yes. The meat of the month is actually this Saturday, so if you're going to be in town, please let me know, and please feel free to come by the meat of the month. Anybody and everybody is welcome, and it's a lot of fun, and there's a special surprise for everybody who attends the meat of the month this weekend. So Keith Grosjean says, Netflix and Lou. Lou and you running that half marathon got me into running. Heather Richards, you're welcome, or I'm sorry. I don't know if I should be apologizing but either way, congratulate you for running. So John Boulos ran his first Run Disney race this past November. It was amazing. PR the wine and dine half. Good for you, brother. I applaud. Look, whether you walk it, run it, wheel it, however, I applaud anybody that laces up and gets on that course. So Iggy Torres is going to look for you on running the first K. Look for me by the Boardwalk Bakery. Please give me a not-so-sweaty hug because I will be there cheering you on, brother. Congratulations for taking up the challenge and getting out there and doing it. So are we going to MST 3K Disney movies on Netflix? I don't know. Maybe, Jimmy. I mean, I sort of said it as a joke, but maybe we'll figure some way out that we can do something together as a group watching something on Netflix. Although some of the Marvel things not necessarily family friendly. So Netflix marathon involves running to the fridge. Christopher's saying that's really the only running that I do. I don't have to run really as much anymore because I can hit pause. So please make the meat of the month for May, the week of the 13th through the 19th. Let's see what May looks like. April, May, 13th through the 19th. That's Mother's Day weekend. That could happen. That actually looks like it might actually, that could work. That could work. But I don't know because like my travel and speaking schedule changes so rapidly. I just don't know. Jerry Johnson, the students are ready for class. See you soon. So I'm so excited to see Jerry Johnson from Buena Vista University coming back. I do a sort of a walking tour through the parks with a group of students that he brings every year, and we eat, and we usually eat again. So I'm looking forward to meeting your crew of students in like a week, right? A week and a half, something like that. So Aaron, I watched like the first 4 seasons of Once Upon a Time, and then they lost me. Nikki Keller, the Next Nation call is going to probably be, if I took a quick look at the calendar, it is probably going to be next week or the week of the 14th. So this is going to be one of those 2 days, and we're going to have our next call. So let me just see right here. Okay. And it looks like I will be going live tomorrow from Maria and Enzo's, just so you know. Elizabeth Tabor is moving to Claremont. Welcome to Florida. We're excited to have you. No earlier in May. I'll be gone then. Star Wars Day. Oh, May the 4th. Yeah, we'll figure something out. Don't worry. We will figure something out. So, Amy Harville, so Jerry, this is what, the 3rd or 4th year that we've done it with your students, and it's a lot of fun. And I love being able to talk in small groups, especially with students, because I think you have the opportunity not just to educate, but to impact their life and their direction. And sometimes some of the students are they're wonderful kids. They're so really engaged, and Jerry does an amazing job. And I've been to Buena Vista University, which is beautiful. I mean, it's like 19 hours from nowhere, but it's beautiful once you finally get there. So Amanda says, keep talking. The second you stop, I have no excuse not to go mow the lawn. I got bad news for you, man. I'm going to have to stop soon. But you can go tune into episode 504, our year in review, and that'll give you something to listen to. That'll last you a couple hours as well. So Let's see. Should I do I'll do one lightning round question, and I have to make it food related because it's what I do. Um, okay. If I could take you, because we've been talking about food, because I'm so hungry, it's now what? It's now 8:30. Chances are you've had. If I could take you for a late night snack anywhere in Walt Disney World right now, just you'd snap your fingers and you'd be there. I'm buying, and I'll take you anywhere for a snack in Walt Disney World right now. Where would we go? We'll see how many people pick some of my favorites. Sixth year. It's my 6th year doing this? Holy smokes. Jerry Johnson, time does fly. Time really does fly. Aloha Isle, Sanaa. Oh, Jamie Williams. That's a very right answer there because of the late night bread service. Satuli Canteen. Buyer's choice, says Jim Orahosky. Cindy Moatsteppen, pot roast mac and cheese. Way too soon. Way too soon. Let's see. Another Sanaa. Chico's. Harambe for the ribs. David buys a Sleepy Hollow refreshments for, I'll take that spicy chicken waffle. Cotton candy and Rice Krispie treats. Oh, you're a cheap date. I like that. Kevin Shea says Chico. Judy Pavarini, Sanaa. Yeah, a lot of people going with bread service, which is it's a perfect late night snack if it wasn't so far away. Amanda Walters poutine in Disney Springs. There may be some people in where I've had poutine late night with. That is a smoking late night snack. Could that be a win? No, bread service still might win. Nikki Claros has to try the bread service I keep talking about. Nikki, you do. I'm going to tell you right now. And if you're afraid to try it on your own, I'm here for you. I'm a giver, and I'm more than happy to take you because I'm just looking for an excuse because I'm starving for bread service at this point. So let's see. Another poutine, Victorian Hour Chef's Table. Of course, John Han, that's where you want to go. Morimoto for the ribs. Cindy Moatsteppen, that's a really... And Morimoto has a late night snack menu. Lynn Yaw, Jock Lindsay's Hanger Bar. So many places. Sliders and cheese at Nomad Lounge. I'm famished. Ghirardelli for a sea salt caramel sundae. I'm not usually a sweet person, but you might have me with that. Gelato, Baked Alaska at Boathouse, Meisner's Knowledge. All good choices, all good options. But unfortunately, I can't go eat now because I've got to get up at stupid o'clock tomorrow morning in the next 4 days. But what I want to remind you about is that please make sure, again, if you haven't already, please join our community, our family over at wdwradio.com/boxpeople. You live in the box. I speak into the box, and that's how you became the box people 10 years ago. A lot of things I'm planning for that group. So also make sure you turn on notifications, which are on by default for the group. So when I do go live tomorrow and over the weekend, you will most certainly be notified. Again, thanks to everybody who is part of the WDW Radio Nation family. I so appreciate your love and support. You guys keep the lights on. You keep the snacks flowing. And I'm super grateful to and for you. Quick, don't forget, if you guys haven't purchased any of my audio tours, my 102 Ways to Save, I have extended my $10 sale. You can get all those for $10. And what am I forgetting? The Netflix marathon? I don't know. We'll think. We'll see. But Amanda Walters, I am so sorry that you are now going to have to go outside and mow your grass. But hopefully you will listen to one of the episodes. Pick an episode and let me know what you listen to as you go and mow the lawn. Again, thank you guys so much. Sorry for a relatively short show tonight. Thanks to all of you who have liked, loved, hearted, and shared this out with your friends. The more that we can get to join our family, the better. Hopefully I will see some of you this weekend, either on the sidelines cheering or along the course at the Walt Disney World Marathon weekend. Listen, if you are doing it your first time, if it's your repeat, I am just proud of the fact that you laced up your sneakers and you got to that. It's more important that you start than it is that you finish. And I applaud you for taking up that challenge. I'll be live tomorrow from Maria and Enzo's at Disney Springs. I'll also be live again this weekend. And of course, I will see you guys next week, every week, right here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys so very much for watching. So until next time, have a great night, everybody. I love you. See ya.